Yeah, sir, it is working properly. So hi, good evening, everyone. Hope you all are doing well. And as you all know, today we are event of data science. And for this event, we have Sanpit sir with us. He's a data scientist at Paytm. Welcome, sir. Welcome to Squad Growth. Thanks for accepting the invite. How are you doing? Sir, you are mute.
Yeah, sorry. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Surya. Thank you for that. Thank you for requesting me to join the call. And it's very, let's means I hope the students or whoever will be listening us will be benefited from our lecture or whatever we will be delivering us, like how to start and all. So yeah, thank you for that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So guys, if you have any question, then feel free to put it in the message section. It is just above the event stage. I hope you got it. So yeah, sir, should we start?
Yes, sure.
Yeah. So sir, let's start with the first question, which is very obvious in everybody's mind. Like, what are the prerequisites to start doing data science?
Okay. So if I will talk about prerequisite, the first thing everyone should be aware that what he is going to do in data science. Okay, what are the things which are discussed in data science, so that will answer the question of what are the prerequisites. So first thing, like if anything if you want to do on computer, then you should know any language. Okay, you should know any language to write the code or write your algorithm. Let's say if you want 2 plus 2, what should it will 2 plus 2, it will be 4. So to make that understand to the computer, you should know any language. Okay, so in case of data science, some like a bit Python, not very much pro, simple Python. Okay, one should know like how to something print, how to run a loop, and how to read a data set. So simply very basic of Python is required, and that can be learned in 3 or 4 days. So and obviously there should be built to learn the mathematics. The mathematics is very important. You should know the maths. You should know the basics of very basic of calculus, like how to take partial derivative, and you should know very basic of matrix. So I think the fourth thing: first will, second any language of either Python or R, third basic, very basic calculus and very basic matrix. So these four things are very sufficient to start with the data science. And more of all these things will is the most important thing. And apart from this, every other thing can be learned in 4 or 5 days. And I've done this way only. Yeah. So there are things.
Yes, sir. So there is a question. Should we also need to learn statistics?
See, not to start, like in long term, you should know the stat. But if you are in the early phase of the data science, this is not much required. Yeah, if you know that, it will be like add on. But yeah, simple. If you know what is mean, what is more, what is average, this is sufficient to start. But on later phase, if you are like well equipped with the data science algorithms, you are well equipped with the data preprocessing, data filtering things, then stat is like, it is an add-on thing. Okay, basic is required, but like being fluent in like stats is add-on thing on data science.
Okay. So somebody is asking what are the uses of data science? And that is also a next question. Like, what are the applications of data science?
Okay, the applications of data science. So the first thing, let's say everyone here must be playing videos on YouTube, right? So let's say if you are listening a song, you will get similar recommendation, okay, in YouTube. Similarly on Flipkart, Amazon, you get the similar recommendation. Or let's say you search something on Google, you get the relevant articles, relevant blogs. Or let's say you use Google, means Google Voice, you say something, it understands that. You use Google Translate. Okay, many of you must be knowing video KYC, like to identify your face, to identify your Aadhaar card, or something spam or not spam message in inbox. So these are all applications of like data science. So everywhere you are seeing that, like anything where automation is done, not on rule based but on learning based, then like you can't make a rule to optimize the search engine. Like if someone will type this, so this, you can't do this, because people can type any word, anything, okay, out of limit. They will form wrong sentences, they will make they will use different languages. So you can't make rule. And if anywhere there are automation and you can't build straightforward rule, then you must understand that there is some data science over there. Majorly like YouTube, Facebook, Amazon, Google Translate, Google Voice, Video KYC. Like nowadays, playing game as well. Like if you play a game, you will see like similar ads. Let's say you have searched something. Let's say you have searched mobile phone. Then in the ads, you will get the ad of charger, earphone, something like that. Back cover of the phone. These are all applications of data science. This is a huge application, and it is like entering into different fields, either in medicine or in like health sector completely dominated by data science, or like any technology companies, Ola, Uber, Swiggy, like all new startups use data science in many of its applications. So it has a huge applications.
So basically, wherever is automation, there we will find data science, right?
Not just automation, and like you can do automation in two ways. First, make rules. Like if A happens, then make B happen. So this is also automation because you know the input, you know the correct input. Here data science is not required, but if you don't know the pattern of input, you don't know the exact value of the input, and still there is automation, then there must be data science, because machine will learn something like human. Like human is like, let's say you are learning something from your experiences and you are making some decision, right? You are making performing some action. So if you want machine like that, with like if there is unexpected input and still there should be a comfortable output, then there must be data science.
Great, sir. So there is another question. What's the difference between data science and data analysis?
Okay. So let's understand this with very simple example. Let's consider the example of Zomato. Okay. Let's say like the management of the Zomato wants to understand the pattern in which its order is being done. Like how many like orders are in a particular place, which age group like is ordering more, like which gender, which area, particularly which food is like being sold more, which restaurant is like selling more products. So if you want to analyze these kind of things, if you want to understand the business, how Zomato is making business in particular age group, particular area, particular restaurant, particular food item, and if you want to understand these kind of insights, then you will plot some graphs, you will like make some median, you will draw some graphs. So these kind of things falls under data analysis. Okay. Now let's say management of Zomato wants to understand how many delivery agents we should hire for year 2025. Okay. If they want to predict something like, or how many sales, how many orders will be in festive season. If they want the future, if they want to make some predictions in future, then this task will come under data science. So in nutshell, understanding the current scenario, understanding the current business will come under data analysis, and making some future prediction or automating something will come under data science.
Okay, great, sir. Sir, the follow-up question is, how can we start learning ML and DL, the machine learning and deep learning?
So in earlier, I have told that like Python is required. Okay. So am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay. So like in the start, I have told that Python is required. So if you will like Google Python, what is Python? Then you will get to know that Python is very huge language. Like any development, if it is happening in the IT world, then you can do that in Python. So Python is that diverse language. Either it is like software development or like data analysis kind of thing, data science kind of thing, competitive coding, everything can be done in Python. Okay. So if you will start learning Python, the whole Python, you will get stuck in Python only. You will not reach to the data science. So what I will suggest to start ML or DL, so don't go with Python complete. So first start like I have told the applications. What are the applications of data science? So pick any project. The
Yes.
simple project like in data should give the price of the house. This is the task. So how we should start? Like just copy and paste the complete code. Like there
Sorry to
are multiple
interrupt you.
websites like Analytics With and all. There are multiple.
So sorry to interrupt you. Can you please repeat the project part? Actually, there is some instability in the connection.
Okay. So let's consider any simple problem. Let's say spam classification, whether this message is spam or not. Okay, let's say consider this simple problem. So how I will suggest, don't learn Python. Like there are many websites where there are many projects which are solved using Python or using ML are particular are there on websites. So how I will suggest, copy and paste the complete code. Okay, run the complete code, get the result of that model. Okay, so now start with the very first line of that particular project. Like what is the first line? Import pandas and PD. Import numpy and py, or importing the data. Importing any model. So and start go with line by line and understand what this line of code is doing here, what this import will make happen, like what are the things in this particular library. So just explore those lines only, and that much Python will be sufficient. Okay, so if you will do like similar 10 projects, you will learn all the required Python in data science. So simply don't learn Python. Don't go for any website to learn Python. Simply copy and paste the code for 10 different projects. Okay. And simply get understand what this particular line of code is doing. What this line of code is doing for all 10 projects. You will get to know that after 3 or 4 projects, like the complete syntax will get repeated. Like you will get only 4 to 5 projects that are unique in terms of Python. I am not talking in terms of problem statement. I am talking in terms of Python. You will get to know the sufficient Python required for data science project. So simply copy and paste the code, understand what the line of code is doing and what that model is doing. Like if you have imported some model, let's say linear regression, logistic regression, there are multiple models in data science. So just understand those models only. So this is the best like practice to start any project. Go top to down, not down to up. Not learn Python, stat, or like matrix, calculus. Don't learn this way. Just do a complete project and try to debug, try to go deep in that project only, what this line of code is doing. So this is a simple trick to start data science. You will start from bottom to top, you will get messed up many things. Like if you will like, let's say if you are very experienced data scientist, and you are asking me what are all the things required to become a great data scientist. So no, you know what I will say? The complete Python, complete stat, complete calculus, complete linear algebra, complete like CNN, RNN, LSTM. There are many things, software development, competitive coding. You should know everything. Like data scientists should know everything. But this is not required in the earlier phase. Okay, you will learn every block day by day. So I won't say start with the bottom to top. Simply start with the top to bottom. Do a complete project. Whatever these things required, you will not get to know. So this is the best way to start to learn any ML algorithm or DL algorithm. Doing project is very necessary.
Okay, great, sir. Sir, we discussed a term about DL, that basically we discussed DL. We should pick this question first, but it's fine. What's a DL? What's the meaning of DL?
Okay.
Like we all know it's deep learning, but please tell us more about
it. Yeah. I got it. So many of you must have like, almost all of you have learned biology in class 10. Okay. How neurons works. So there are many dendrites. Let's say there are 5 dendrites. Okay. So every dendrite receives some information, and information flows through this way, and it passes on to different dendrites. Let's say the first dendrite ends here, second dendrite will catch up the information from this dendrite, and similarly data flows. So like how scientists have done that, we should mimic the similar thing in data science as well. So let's say there are 10 features for a problem. So let's say there are 10 dendrites here. There are 5 only. So let's say there are 10 features here. So 10 features will pass on to 10 dendrites in the earlier phase. And these features will get multiplied, like every calculation, every like manipulation will take place, and the aggregated part will pass on to different dendrites. And again, some like processing will happen, and the final output will pass on to different dendrites. So we call it layer. So the data will pass on from first layer to second layer to third, fourth. At every layer, there will be some calculation with data. Okay. And this is mimicking neurons in whatever like in our body, in our like nervous system. Okay. So what is this? It is called nervous system. I think this is called some different neural system or neuron system, whatever.
I completely forget biology.
Okay. So no issue. So like data flows that way. Like the data goes into first layer, some calculation happen, it goes into second layer, then third layer, fourth layer. This is how data flows. And this is how if like a heat comes to my finger, so data will from here to it will come here, like it will not the straightforward data. There will be some modification. Okay, so similarly in deep neural learning as well, so there will be some like manipulation in the data, and data will flow and a final output will come. So this is how data flows into deep learning, just like neuron in our body. So this is called deep learning.
Okay. So there is a question in the Discord which is also a next question. Is Python required to start ML? Like we can't do development in ML without Python.
Either Python or R is must, but like I have told, just don't start with Python. Start with ML. Start with project, and you will get, let's say, 50, like 25 line or 30 line of codes. Okay, import pandas and PD. In every project, you will start with this line. Import numpy and py. Like you will import some data, like df is equal to pd.read csv, like df.describe, df.head, df.tail. So there are like 20 to 25 lines of code. Like with that line of code, you will do like many projects. So don't start with Python, start with project, and whatever the lines of code of Python, just learn those only. So this much level of Python is required. Okay.
Okay. So we discussed about projects. You said you should start doing project and you will get the things automatically. So from where should we start doing the project?
Okay, great. So like in the early stage, like I think all are beginners here, right?
Yeah, all are.
Yeah. Okay. So if you are in early stage of learning data science, so what I will suggest, like there is website Analytics Vidya. Okay, like I will type in the chat, Analytics Vidya. Yeah. So this is the website, and there are many blogs, and in that website also go to the blogs part. Okay. Go to the blogs part. So you will get to know that there are many articles, many good articles are there on this website, and there are many projects which have been done. Like you will get the complete data, complete code in this website. So I will suggest just copy and paste the data, copy and paste all the codes, and simply just now start with the first line of code. What this line of code is doing, what this model is doing, what this import is doing. So analytics Vidya is very sufficient to start with, like with a project. But still, if any of you wants some, like, no, I will first learn the theory only. So Andrew Ng, this is very famous name and huge personality in data science. Andrew Ng, do the basic ML course of this man. There are many courses of Andrew Ng, but yeah. So start with the very basic course. Andrew Ng, very basic ML.
Yeah. And Andrew Ng basic ML course.
Yes.
Yeah, I have put it in the information Discord. Wait for 1 second, sir. There is a question.
Yeah, sure.
How much time it will take to learn ML?
Okay. There is like difference in like data structure and algorithm and data science. There is no limit of data science, but I will talk like in practical way, like to get placed in some good company, right? So if you want that much of knowledge, being a very pressure, if you want to go in like become a data scientist for the company, so means I have learned like in 4 or 5 months, because I used to start from very basic. After 1 month, all things gets messed up. So I need to start from the very beginning again. So I have done it 3 times, and later on, like after 3 times, I got a flow. So I took 5 to 6 months to start the basics of Python, like around 7 to 8 algorithms and basic Python, basic stat, these kind of things. I didn't study like calculus or metrics because I was knowing that, okay, so I have a mathematics background. So I was knowing that the very basic of that. So 5 to 6 months is very sufficient to like to join any firm, any good firm as a fresher, as a data scientist. 5 to 6 months is very sufficient.
Okay. Sir, the follow-up question is, what are the important algorithms of ML? You just discussed about something about algorithms. So what are the important algorithms about ML?
Okay. So before answering this question, what I will say, like this is very famous line, like machine learning. There is no free lunch in machine learning. Okay. So you can't say that this algorithm is very best and this will run very fine with all the data set. So like you can't order any algorithm like this is on top, this is on second, this is on third. You can't do this. Okay. So and all, like a very like seasoned data scientist as well. Let's say he is having 25 years of experience in data science. Still, he will not answer this question, which is the top algorithm, which is the second algorithm, so second most algorithm. So yeah, but there are some algorithms which are generally used in industry. Okay, the corporate industry, I will name them. So I will start like I will order this algorithm not on the importance wise, but I will order these algorithms on complexity wise. Look, okay, I will give the one ranking to the very easy algorithm, two to the second easy, third easy, like that. So I will write it in chat as well. So very first one is linear regression. Okay. The second one is logistic regression. Like this is the order you can how one can start. Okay. These two are very basic: linear regression and logistic regression. One is for regression problem, one is for classification problem. Logistic regression is for classification problem. Okay. So now after these two, you can study all those things in pick anyone. I am typing in the message.
Yes, sir.
I have mentioned some algorithms: KNN, SVM, decision tree, random forest, XGBoost, light GBM, K-means clustering, PCA. So these are the algorithms you should know. Like if you are applying for some company to become a data scientist, you must know these kind of algorithms. Okay. And linear and logistic are very two basics. You must know these two to pick any of the latter algorithms. So these are the important algorithms, yeah, which are generally used in industry. These are all like algorithms of machine learning. There are different algorithms for deep learning as well. These are for machine learning.
Okay, got it, sir. Floated the same info in the Discord as well.
Yeah.
So there is another question. So please tell us about your interview process. They are saying, please tell us about your interview process.
Okay. So I will answer the complete hiring process. Okay. Not simply interview process because that will be a bit tricky. So if you are sitting in placement for data scientist, uh, means more likely they will take a coding round of test in which they will ask do basic coding like for loop, if, else, while, and basic like data structure, array, BST, stack queue. So they will take a coding round. Like most of the company will take a coding round. Being a fresher, they will take a coding round, and after that in interview, so they if you will like do some projects in machine learning, what you will get to know that if you are not knowing even basics of ML, if you are not knowing basics of maths, basics of stat, everything, if you are not knowing anything, if you are just know how to write code, okay, so you will do the complete project. There are certain fixed line of codes to do the project, and you can do any project with that set of line of codes. But they won't ask this line of code in interview. They will ask the mathematics behind the algorithm, how this particular linear regression is works, how does KNN work. So they will ask the mathematics of the KNN, but while doing actual project, you won't be needing these kind of things. Being a fresher, you won't be needing these. Yeah, in later stage, you must need to debug like how KNN work while doing the project as well. But in the starting phase of the career, you won't be needing the mathematics of KNN while doing the project. But in interview, they will ask the maths of XGBoost. They will ask the maths of decision, like how decision tree works. So they will ask these kind of things, and they will ask basic, like they ask puzzles as well. Okay, they will ask basic coding, like basic coding in interview, but that coding will not be related to the data science. That coding will be related to simple problem statement, problem solving skills. So Like in data science, they will ask the mathematics of KNN. But while doing project in fresher stage, you won't be needing the mathematics of KNN. So like finally, you should know both to do the project and to answer the question in interview.
Got it, sir. Got it. So there is another question. How much of DSA is required?
Can you repeat that?
How much of DSA is required? Data structure and algorithm.
Okay, got it. DSA is required. So like I have mentioned in like in coding round, they will ask basic DSA, string, array, like these two are sufficient. You won't be needing like map, tree, or like good questions is stack. They won't be asking that. They will ask array. They will ask questions on string. Okay, so these are the sufficient. They will ask the means they will check your problem solving skills. Okay, and this can be solved using for loop, while, if, else, or basic string, basic array. So these are sufficient in terms of data science. Sorry, DSA.
Got it, sir. Got it. Guys, if you have any other question, then just put it in the message section. We will take that also.
Yeah.
So please recommend some projects.
Okay. So I will tell you, just search 40 projects in data science in analytics vidya. Just Google this. Okay, top 40 projects in like in data science in ML over analytics vidya. Like just type this 40 projects in ML analytics vidya. You will get 40 projects, and you will categorize like easy projects, medium, hard. So you will get like all important projects over there. So I will suggest just do all those things. Okay, not even 40, just do 10 out of that 40, like 2, 3 of easy level, 2, 3 of medium, 2, 3 of hard. You will get to know like how much Python is required. Okay, you will get to know like how a project is done in data science. So this is very sufficient. Just Google that for the project part. And for like if you want to solve any unseen project, just go on Kaggle. There is website Kaggle. I will mention that as well. So Kaggle is website, and in this website you will get data like for like you will get there are always competitions going on over there. Okay, so you will get new data for new projects over Kaggle. You can start doing projects over Kaggle if you want to solve unseen problem, unsolved problem.
Got it, sir. So somebody is typing something. Let's wait for what they want to ask.
Sure.
How could we get the replay for today's video? Certain speech is blurred. Actually, there is some network issue, guys. So don't worry. We have recorded the video. You will get this on YouTube, and I will also mention it in announcement group in the Discord. So yeah, I hope that's answered. So guys, if you have any other question, then feel free to put it in the message section. Sir, how you placed in Paytm?
Okay, so this is my campus placement. So Paytm came into my college, and I have mentioned the process. So there was coding round, there was interview. So this was the process. Yeah, it was in 2020, 2 years back.
Yes. So please wait for 1 second. There is some confusion regarding the video. Actually, there's some network issue, so people can't. Some portion of the video is not properly visible to them.
Okay. No issue. I'm here only.
Sir, Kaggle website is kaggle.com, right?
I think it must be kaggle.com only, but Kaggle is uni website, so we'll get to know. Like just Google it, Kaggle. Will
Okay.
just click on the first name.
Okay. So I think, sir, people don't have any other question. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for providing such a great amount of information, knowledge to our community. It's huge.
Okay. Welcome. Like, I'm happy to do that. Like, if people are getting benefited with that, it's great.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So bye, people. Hope you enjoyed the session. And yes, we will meet in the next section. See you. Bye. So please wait for 1 minute. Let me end the stream.
Okay. Okay.
The people are saying thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Welcome. Like, if they have any question, like, they can reach to like anyone on LinkedIn, to me as well. So I will try to answer them.
Yes. So people, if you have another question, like if you got another question in future, then feel free to reach out to sir on LinkedIn. I will mention the profile in the description of the YouTube video. So see ya. Bye.